Hi, David here with the Right Stuff Brake Company, and one of the questions that we get with a lot of frequency is, do I need drilled and slotted rotors for my car, and what do they do? Traditionally, a rotor that we've gotten on almost all the vehicles from the 60s all the way to current day is a solid-faced rotor. It's not drilled and doesn't have any slots in it either, and these type of rotors do a wonderful job in day-to-day traffic. Whether it's stop and go or highway, these rotors are very quiet and they don't wear on the brake pads as much as some other types of rotors can or will. The reality though is once you start to drive that vehicle a little outside of the parameter of stop and go, maybe you do track days or you go through the mountains and get in deep into the turns, or perhaps you have a pickup truck that you like to tow something with and you repeatedly need to drag your brakes to slow that vehicle down, maybe going down a mountainous pass. The rotors that come factory on most cars, the non-drilled and slotted rotors, the smooth rotors if you will, have a hard time dissipating heat. That can manifest itself in one of two ways. One is if it can't dissipate the heat properly, you can get what's called brake fade, and if you've ever experienced it, it's when you push on the pedal and it feels like the vehicle is just not slowing down like it used to or at all. And the other thing is it can actually create a rotor that warps, and you know what that is when you push on the pedal and you feel either the steering wheel start to shimmy or you can feel it in the brake pedal itself start to pulsate. That's when you've overheated one of those standard non-drilled and slotted rotors. At the Right Stuff Brake Company, a lot of our kits come with, and especially in the performance applications, will come with drilled and slotted rotors. For a lot of our other kits, you can upgrade to the drilled and slotted rotor from the standard smooth or non-drilled and slotted rotor at a minimal extra cost. But what you get when you get a drilled and slotted rotor is you give that hot gas that was created under extreme braking conditions some place to go. It vents through these holes and out these slots and doesn't interfere with the bite that the brake pad gets on the rotor. The other thing is that the heat helps dissipate because what we've got on these rotors is internal veining that creates somewhat of a vortex. It helps draw away not only the gas but also the heat. So a drilled and slotted rotor is a little bit more high performance rotor, but even in a street application, you'll feel a difference with a drilled and slotted rotor, and that's why we offer them. Look, it's hard to deny that they look cool. A lot of the race cars, a lot of your high-end performance cars, including Corvettes and Porsches, they come with them from the factory. But the reality is, if you plan on driving your car outside of day-to-day driving, you really need to consider a set of drilled and slotted rotors, whether you're replacing the rotors on your late model vehicle or you're upgrading your early American classic car or truck. Consider drilled and slotted rotors. For a slight increase in price, you're going to get a lot more performance. Guys, if you have more questions about drilled and slotted rotors or any of the braking components that's offered by the Right Stuff, please go to our website. It's at getdiscbrakes.com. There you will see all the applications and parts that we have available and all the kits that we make for literally hundreds of different types of cars and trucks. We have got a ton of product, and guys, we're car people just like you. When it matters, when you have a choice, make sure you ask for the Right Stuff Brake Company braking components and four-wheel disc brake kits by name.